Morning, Didge. My hands are full, so I can't pet you. Morning, Anna. Anna's got a half of a corn cob she's pumped about. Well, we got 15 acres of corn out yesterday. Just a little bit more to go. Plus the majority of the soybeans yet as well. Morning.
Good morning. First morning with a sweatshirt on.
Really?
It is for me, yep.
Oh, I've done several sweatshirt mornings.
And apparently I'm not working hard enough, so I need a sweatshirt.
That could be. So the plan this morning is, because things are not gonna go very fast, Dad's gonna take that truck down after he checks a couple tires here, and he's gonna slowly start taking end rows and filling that truck. If you watched the last video, you saw we have some corn that is down really bad. It's ugly, it's really slow going. It took us an hour and a half to 2 hours last night to fill one semi. So just for context, we should be able to fill 4 semis in an hour. Well, my job here for the next hour at least is going to be kind of boring on video. I'm going to connect my phone to the Quadro Touch on the Souk Up dryer so that I can control everything from my phone, which we've never done before. It's going to be awesome if I can get it to work. And then I'm just slowly going to get everything going here. What do you think, kitten? This is Buzzer. This is not Cat Dog. But he's a good cat. He, she, whatever this one is. I've got a little heat going in the dryer. I did not connect my phone yet because I need an Ethernet cable. And right now I don't have the patience to walk all the way to the house and get one. So I just wanted this thing going. So I'm putting a little heat on it, but I'm not unloading anything yet. I'm gonna let that burn while I check some semi tires for Alan. And then I got a grain cart to grease as well. I see the first steam of the year. Awesome. And only one low tire on Alan's truck, so he's gonna head to the field. Those boys will get some work done. This right here is the exchanger which controls which bin that I'm unloading the dryer into. This is all an air system. It just pushes it through here. There's no augers. And it's sweet compared to moving augers around. I turned the unload on real slow the first time to make absolutely sure we don't have any leaks. The motor there, for the guys that caught that, is slowing down. It sounds like it's bogging and I'm feeding it too fast. It's actually sensing that there's not much load on it, so it's slowing itself down to save electricity. Well, there we go. Obviously, I'm feeding it really slow to get that pipe shined up and make dang sure everything's working right. Let's speed it up a little. See what happens. So I can go here and my air system will sense it and start to speed up once that corn gets there. One thing at a time, and it's going good so far. So things shut themselves down. I've got a fault. I believe it's an over temp sensor, and I believe I know how to fix it, but this is kind of handy on their Quadro Touch system. You just click on what the fault was and it's going to talk you through it.
The vapor overtemp sensor on LP dryers is located right here on.
Look at that.
It's held.
So the issue is the vaporizer and the temp sensor up on the top plenum up there. In the name of safety, I'll just meet you guys up there. Oh, hey, welcome to the upper fan plenum area of our grain dryer. Now I won't pretend I know a whole lot about exactly what these do. All I know is they're inside in the flame taking temperature. There's a sensor up here and it's all pretty warm. Sometimes you gotta pull these out, sometimes you gotta push them in. You just gotta make them happy. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. The adjustment itself is simple. You just move those rods in, out, up, down, but finding the happy medium and the happy spot is not, and then every time the temperature changes, right now it's 65 degrees out here. When it's 20 degrees later this fall and we're drying, that's gonna wanna be in a lot different spot. What's up, dog? Nothing? I will restart everything and hope that made it happy. Well, that didn't work. Lasted 5 minutes. Up I go again. Load number 1 on the day is here. Probably just in time. %, moisture. Not bad. We'll take it for this time of year in our area. A little bit dusty in there, but I got things moving pretty good here. Pipes all look to be holding together well. Corn's flowing nice. Probably just put some air to it now. Those things can and have turned backwards before, so I like to just make sure it's pulling air in. That sample's a little bit dirty. There's some stock in there. I think that's just because it's down so bad. I know he's struggling. It's not a fun crop to harvest right now. But I think we're in the worst of it. As we go, it's going to get better. About half our corn crop has no wind damage, so it'll be nice when we get this stuff out of the way. Well, everything seems to be going good back there at the dryer. I spent another hour making sure things were set. Alan got another truck in. I'm going to get this grain cart ready to go down and start helping them take corn out a little more efficiently. I really need to wash this thing. Ew. Maybe another day. Another load. Well, we may as well test the moisture on this one too. A little dirty. It's just hard to keep stalks out of there when the corn is down so bad. Oh, a little wetter, a little lighter. Ew. There are some U-joints and some hanger bearings underneath here, but honestly, not a ton of grease zerks on this thing. Good enough for now. I better get out of here. This is the field we were in last night. You can see it's a little ugly. The rows actually run this way, straight east and west. He's combining at about a 30, maybe 45 degree angle, just because it's down so bad.
You want to come down to the east side of this field along the road, so I don't know who lives there now, but Bert Johnson's old place?
On my way. You can see the stubble here is pretty ugly, pretty long, very similar to what we ended up with 2 years ago. We had a rootworm issue in a lot of our corn this year, which is an issue we have not had for 20 years or so. We knew we had it. It makes the stalks weak because there's not good root mass underneath the plants. And then what happened was we had a storm, late July, early August, and it just twisted this stuff up. There's decent ears on it. It's actually yielding relatively well, a little bit above average, but it's a mess. It's just very difficult to combine.
Can you walk me through how to set one of the graphs to 0 or one of the pages to 0 for reading a yield back?
He's definitely full. We had some computer stuff to set up in the combine, so we unloaded. Sorry, I didn't film it. I can't film everything. It's a kitty. A wild kitty. And a deer. We are going to take this weight and compare it with the weight in the combine. So we're going to dump standing still here just to make sure we've got a weight. It's showing 26,340 right now. 40,230. So just about dead on.
Okay, this is still set just a little bit high, isn't it?
We did a little bit of math, and that combine, the way it's set, is about 1% high reading on the yield. So that's how we make sure the yield monitor on the combine is calibrated correctly. ugly, ugly stuff. He stopped right here. He's gonna turn around and take that, head it this direction. I hate down corn. It is a real pain. You are full, Al. We made the jump over to kind of the other side of the field, on the other side of this place over here, to see what we've got. The rows over here run north-south, so we'll see. We hope that's better and not worse. From where I'm sitting, it looks maybe a little better. He can maybe see a little better than me. He's up higher. We are gonna try this. It's gonna work. As full as he was getting, and with this kind of awkward hill in the corner of the field, we just decided it was safer to do it this way. What does it look like from your angle up there?
It looks like it's not bad from here. I was watching the roads because they still are a little screwed up in spots, but instead of looking down the field, but I think it looks way better than that other field.
Well, let's hope we can follow the rows and set the auto path.
I hope so. The outside rows were 193 and they were down kind of just like 195, so I don't think it's variety at all.
Is it any drier?
Wasn't paying that much attention, but I don't think so.
5 to 4. Onyx just called. He's done with school for the day and he's ready to work. You want him to hop in with Alan or anything?
Sure, that'd be okay, wouldn't it? I don't know how long, but we'll go at least a couple hours after he gets here.
Yep, I'll give him a call back here and hopefully he can hop in with Alan before Alan takes off.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll try to call Al and let him know. Hello.
Hey, do you want to hop in with Alan on this next truck? He might be in the yard right now, or at least getting close.
There is no truck in the yard currently.
Okay, he's on his way then. He'll be there before long.
He pulled out like 10 seconds ago.
Oh, okay.
He pulled out like 2 minutes ago.
Okay, why don't you just wait till he's back with the next one then? It'll be at least a half hour.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Our approach that we're going in and out of on this side of the field. Oh, leg cramp. Leg cramp. That happens quite a bit. Usually in the middle of the night when I'm fast asleep. Anyway, this approach is deceiving, so I'm gonna pull this first truck out of here for Alan, just because it's a treacherous approach. It doesn't look like it, but it is. I made it out without wrecking anything, and look at that. Perfect timing.
Not having any trouble, but they gotta go pretty slow and I'm going south.
We're waiting for Alan and Onyx to get back here, so meanwhile, Dad and I are gonna hop in the empty truck and take it to the truck shop that's a mile and a half away and get our third truck that was down there getting the tarp repaired. It ended up not being the control box for the tarp. There's like a brake up inside the motors for the tarp, and when they're brand new, apparently something wears in and that brake can do goofy things, and it sounds like it's a very simple fix. They didn't have to actually put any parts on it. So anyway, if you don't know the details of that, it's because you haven't watched the last couple videos, so you should do that. While you're at it, maybe go back all the way to 2016 and watch the other 500 videos as well. Super fun combining down corn.
Well, this side of the grove is a lot better than the other side. It's kind of 3 years in a row it hasn't been fun combining corn.
Yeah. So it's just got that foreground.
You're doing corn at an angle right now because it's down, right?
No, I've just got a straight track set at an angle because we were doing corn at an angle.
Gotcha. I see, because it's not. Click your menu.
Onyx and I got the machine sync all set up, so now we're tracking with the combine. And now, when we want to, we can figure out our auto path so it'll combine on the exact same strips that the planter made. That's going to help us a lot in this down corn. That's going to make things go a lot smoother, but just in time for Onyx to take over and I don't get to use it. Well, first Dad took my combine job a couple years ago when his knees got bad, and now Onyx took my grain cart job. In all honesty, I typically prefer being the guy that runs around and puts out fires and does the gopher work anyway. I get bored in tractor cabs. I don't mind running around doing things. It's usually a lot dustier and pretty soon it'll be a lot colder to be that guy, but I don't mind. The dryer has stopped because it's out of corn, but we've got 4 or 5 loads, maybe 3 loads in since that, so I'll get that fired up again. And the phone company was out and ran an Ethernet cable for me, so I should have internet through this box. Maybe I can get my phone connected. 22/7, kind of where it's been all day. I'm going to try and get my phone connected. Remote access, disable to enable remote access. Disable? Disable. I was not able to get my phone connected, but everything else...
From the top prospect around the...
Noisy radio, too noisy. Everything else looked good.
I'll follow you through there, Grandpa, and then
Too noisy.
I'll pick you up.
And we sent Alan home for the day, a little after 6 now, so I'll just go get a couple more loads. 3, 4 maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Now we got a grain cart driver and a combine driver, and so I'll drive truck, keep track of the dryer. They even got it full for me already. And I'm back again. I always appreciate the fact that I get to drive all the way around the bins every time I come in. That way I can see that none of the pipes are blown apart. Because when those air pipes blow apart, it doesn't take very long to get an entire semi-load of corn on the ground.
Watching seems to really help.
I think you guys pretty well get the process from here, don't you? The neighbor tried taking some beans out again here a few hours ago. Didn't go for them. Those are natto beans, so they're similar to a soybean, but they actually go for food production. They don't yield quite as well, but you get a good premium on them. So I'm sure he wants to get out there and get those off the field. But that kind of lets me know that I haven't seen anybody else taking soybeans the last couple days, so I think we're doing the right thing, just getting some corn done while we can. There's Onyx. It's really him. It's really Onyx. I guess I've got time, so I better go get you guys a cool clip of corn going into a trailer. Look at that sight. The camera can't do that moon justice right now. You know what? I'm out. That's the day. Thank you guys very much for watching. Be sure to check out our merch store. It should be linked below. You can only get it at Farm Focus. There's my shameless plug for the day. Keep it between the rows.